If you don't build this one habit, you'll stay soft, you'll stay stuck and forgotten. Boys avoid it, men built their life on it. Today, we're going to talk about discipline. Discipline is the habit that separates boys from men. Discipline is the thing that all of us know we should have and that we should strive to, be better at and to have the most discipline possible when it comes to everything throughout our life as a man, and we tend to avoid it. When you're a boy, you act based on how you feel. You don't act and do things because you know it's right or because you know you need to do it. You do it based off of emotions. That's not a man tendency. You need to be better. You need to find that discipline and you need to focus. Whatever needs to be done in your life, it doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. It doesn't matter whatever the circumstance is. If it needs to be done, a man that is disciplined is going to do that because they're disciplined. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only way it works. It's doing the hard thing when no one is watching. Most of us want to do the hard thing or tell people we do the hard thing when someone is watching because you want to look cool. You want the attention. Well, guess what? When you do the thing when no one's watching, that shows you real character. That shows you real discipline. When you're tired, when you're bored, when you're unmotivated and you show up and you continue to do your job, you continue to be a father, you go to the gym, you eat right. These are all things that embody great discipline as a man. Boys chase comfort. Men embrace struggle. Because struggle is going to build you. Struggle is going to create the man that you want to be. You already know pressure makes diamonds and builds diamonds. You already know being uncomfortable and being in uncomfortable situations helps grow you as a person. It's the same thing with discipline. Stop seeking dopamine. That's what boys seek. Stop scrolling on your phone. Stop gaming 24/7. Stop watching sexual things on your phone. Stop eating junk food. All boys want is dopamine because it makes this feel good. You end up messing up the wiring of your brain, and then you constantly live for that dopamine high and that dopamine fix. And you can't get out of the bed and do what you're supposed to do as a man. You can't find a better job and make more money. You can't commit to the gym and lose the weight. You can't stand up for yourself or do anything that you know that you're supposed to do because there's no discipline. As a man, you should be seeking growth through discomfort, early mornings, training, delayed gratitude, delayed pleasure. Forget comfort, chase a struggle. Number 3, what does discipline do? Discipline builds identity. When you're lost and you don't find yourself, you don't know where to look, it's usually because you don't have any discipline. It's usually because you don't hold yourself accountable to something. You don't have any goals. You don't hold yourself to a schedule, to a standard to be something great. You just lollygag around the world and you expect the world to shape you. No, you have to shape you within the world. You have to create what you want to be and where you want to be within the world. You have to do it consistently. That's how you're going to find yourself. That's how people are going to look at you and they're going to say, hey, whenever I see you, I always see you at the gym. I see you working hard. You have a nice body. I see you eating right. I see you studying. I see you reading. That's all you. Only you can control that. Every time you choose discipline, you prove to yourself and you prove to others that look up to you, your kids, your cousins, your family members, whoever, your friends, that you're also a man that deserves and you're worth respecting because you choose discipline, because you don't take the shortcut, because you don't just look for dopamine fixes. Why do most people never build discipline? Why do most men who think they're men, but they're still in a boy mentality, never build discipline? They might make excuses. Oh, I'm not ready. I gotta wait for the right situation. I need this to be perfect. I need this to do that, to do this. This is all delaying the inevitable. The inevitable that they're never going to do whatever they need to do, whatever activity, whatever task, whatever schedule that they need to put forth to be a better man, whether it's going to the gym, reading that book, being a better father, running, eating better, whatever it may be. Stop smoking, stop being on the phone. Whenever they tell you it's an excuse, oh, I need this to happen first, this has to happen first, and then I'm gonna do this. All excuses. Also, they have no one to push them. They have no mentor. We talked about in the previous videos, you need a mentor that's been through it, that's gonna be able to show you how to, how it's done and help you avoid those pitfalls, help you avoid those mistakes. Most of these men, or that think they're men, they're, surrounded by weak environments. You were surrounded by a weak environment. You reward yourself with laziness. The people around you reward you with laziness. That's unacceptable. You will never be disciplined that way. It's not possible. Also, you fear failure. All of you guys fear failure. All of you guys fear it. All of you guys are afraid to fail because you're afraid to be embarrassed. You're afraid to tell someone you've effed up, that you failed, that you have to start over, that you lost. It's embarrassing to you because of your ego, because of your simple mind frame. And I say simple mind frame because if you were thinking outside the box, and if you were really in the mentality that you needed to be in, you would understand that failure is necessary for growth. Failure is necessary for success. Once you fail doing something, that lets you know what not to do and what to change and what to fix to grow and to be successful, to excel, to find your purpose. You can't be the best you if you don't try something and fail, if you don't work on things and fail. This is all part of building that discipline. Last but not least, discipline leads to freedom. Freedom is not doing what you want. It's having control over your mind, your habits, and your future. It's when your mind is telling you, hey, I want to, stay on my phone when we wake up, and you tell yourself, no, we need to wait an hour before we get on the phone. You need to do push-ups. You need to do sit-ups. You need to go cook breakfast. You need to go get your kids ready for school. It's when you tell yourself, hey, I want to excel as a man and I want to find my purpose. And this is what I'm going to do every single day, every week, every month to get to the point of no return where I'm successful, where you can say, hey, I remember all those hard days that I forced myself to get out of bed and I forced myself to do these things I didn't want to do. That is real freedom. You guys are slaves to your emotions. And that's what boys do. You have to be a man and master your emotions through consistent action. It doesn't mean you're never going to fail. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but you have to hold yourself to a standard. If you keep allowing yourself to eat bad and drink and smoke and scroll and play video games, and you never challenge yourself to not do it, to not learn a new skill, to not be a better man, to not be a better person, how are you ever going to grow? How are you ever going to get better? How are you ever going to learn? If you sit here and you constantly make excuses, you're never going to get past the beginning. You have to start somewhere and just keep building consistent. Yes, you may fall back, you may fail, but guess what? You might take one step back, but as long as you're taking 2 to 3 steps forward, you're going to get to your goal and you're going to be disciplined in no time. So with that, I want to leave you with this. Every time you take the easy route, you take away and you kill the man that you're supposed to become and the man that you should become and that you want to become. You have to start small, challenge yourself to small individual tasks, and then go up and up and up. Make it more difficult, do bigger things. But the biggest thing is you have to stay consistent. That is going to build the drive and build the discipline. The world does not need more boys with potential. You guys need to become men with discipline. Let me repeat that. The world does not need more boys with potential. You guys need to become men with more discipline. It's your boy J3, and I'm out.